Hey, Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage, WDBO Radio, and it's time for the three big things you need to know. I'm going to get down on how you can save money when you're purchasing your next home. Let's face it, interest rates are a little bit higher right now than people have been accustomed to in the past. We've actually are at about a 30-year average at about 7%. That's an average over the last 30 years. So we're really hitting normal markets. Housing is on the market right now for about 35 to 45 days. That's an average market. The things that we've seen in the past with the lower interest rates and houses selling with multiple offers when they hit MLS within 15 minutes is uncommon. But right now we see some advantages to buying, right? Sellers are paying closing costs. Sellers are willing to negotiate price. Sellers are willing to do repairs. Sellers are accepting FHA and VA transactions. But again, people are having reluctance because they see their payment a little bit higher. So we have some options, and some of the options are called buy downs. Now, not all buy downs are created equally. So I'm going to give you a demonstration of my favorite buy down, which is called a temporary buy down. We don't need a permanent buy down because we all believe that interest rates are going to drop again, probably sometime between the next 12 and 24 months. I'm guessing 18 months is realistic. Fannie Mae thinks that we might even hit 4.5%. But when we do that, they are saying, and we all are in the industry, that your housing prices are going to start really skyrocketing again. So buying now and getting into the house of your dreams is important. Let's see how we can lower the rate. So a permanent buy down is you're paying extra points. And if you decide to refinance, those extra points that you paid, they're flushed down the toilet. They don't do anything for you. So we're looking at temporary buy downs. What's a temporary buy down? Let's just look at my chart here. We're going to take a $400,000 purchase and we're going to put 10% down. That's a $360,000 loan. And let's look at a 7% interest rate. Well, if we look at 7% interest rate and we look at my 2-1 buy down, this is your 7% rate, and this is how much interest you would pay over 1 year at 7%. But I'm going to give you a 5% rate for the first 12 months, then 6, then 7. Now, that's a buy down, but here's the difference. What if somewhere in year 2, rates drop to 4.5%? What are you going to do? Well, my buy down is paid for by the seller. So the seller would pay this $8,390 and you're going to get a 5, 6, then a 7. But if rates drop somewhere in mid-year 2, let's just say the beginning of year 2, well, you've got $2,800 sitting in an escrow account that most mortgage companies aren't giving you back. We give you your escrow back. Even though the seller paid it, it goes back to the buyer when you refinance. So if you're looking at something that's going to solve today's problem with an interest rate and be able to accommodate you when they drop again and it's time to refinance, you call the loan arranger, CrossCountry Mortgage. We'll make sure we get you in the right mortgage for the right times for your personal situation. That's the first big thing you need to know. Second big thing you need to know, the Fed is going to hike the Fed rate in November and in December. We're anticipating 3/4 of a point in November and probably another 3/4 of a point in December. You could see interest rates hit in the mid 10%. I know my industry doesn't like me to say that, but you can always count on me for accurate information. And the third big thing you need to know is don't delay on buying. Get into something while you can. There is an opportunity right now that you will not see when interest rates hit the curve. We expect to see the curve of inflation sometime around late spring. And once that happens, you may see interest rates get more attractive, but one thing I can guarantee you is housing prices are going to rise. That's the three big things you need to know. Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage. Have a great weekend, and we're always there to help you and your friends and clients get the great mortgage with CrossCountry Mortgage and the Loan Arranger. Have a great weekend.